guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hani. I know it's spelled with a J. I'm actually Cuban, was born there, and moved here when I was about 3 years old. So the J in Spanish is pronounced like an H, you know, Jose, Jesus, jalapeno, etc. In the past, I used to be a server, so I would get Janie and Johnny and Jane and even like Heine ones. But it's pretty simple. Just see the J, think of it as an H, Hani. Today I'm going to be doing this look you see right here. It's a very extra look with the glitter, the red lipstick, the false lash. This look can be used, you know, if you're going to a party, if it's your 21st birthday, New Year's Eve party, or honestly if you just feel like looking a little bit extra today. Anyways, let me stop rambling and let's get into the video. The first step that you want to do is moisturize your face. I've already done that. After you've moisturized, you want to grab your primer. So I know that a lot of people that are first into makeup are like, why would I spend money on primer? Like, that's so stupid. It doesn't do anything. And honestly, I was the same exact way. I was like, why? I'm already spending so much money for foundation and all this other stuff that why would I spend money on something that's just going to go under all my stuff? Face is primed. The next thing you want to do is not foundation. I know the beauty gods are about to smite me out of the sky, but you don't want to do your foundation first, because what's going to happen is you're going to do your foundation and then you're going to do the glitter. It's going to get all over your face. You're going to take makeup wipes. Everything's just going to be a hot mess. So instead of doing that, we're just going to do our eyes first. I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Now that we have primed our eyelids, I know it looks kind of messy, so what we're going to do is we're going to set it. The color that I'm going to use is actually not an eyeshadow. It's from the Shade and Light Kat Von D palette, and I take, oh my god, it broke. Are you joking? What even is my life? Alright, well, don't break your eyeshadow palette. Anyways, you take this shade, as you can see, I use it an awful lot, and just set that. Now let's get on to the fun stuff. Alright, so transition shade. Again, you want to use any transition shade that's right for you. Honestly, in this Jaclyn Hill palette, I personally like to use this one. To go in with that color, I'm going to take a crease brush. I use the Sigma E38. Tap a little bit into that and just go right in my crease.
Put some concealer on his face.
There you go, little kitty cat.
Here, get your makeup done. Alright, go on.
Alright, now that we have done our transition shade, the next step is we want to kind of darken up that crease more. So the shade that I personally like to use, it's in the Tarteist palette. It is called Profesh. So when we put the Profesh on, you want to make it very, you don't want to make it everywhere like you did with your transition shade. You want to focus it really in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade Smoked, which is a dark, dark, dark brown, and just use that to basically put the base down for that black eyeshadow. Now that we have a lot of dark, we want to make that crease a little bit darker again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade, I'm not sure what the name is, but it's down here. When you take this shade, you don't want this to turn into a brown look. So what you want to do is you want to take a very, very thin brush to put that into the crease. Now the next thing we want to do is take a pure black. I like to use the color Abyss. I actually know the name of this one in the Jaclyn Hill palette. If you haven't noticed, I love the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's kind of my ride or die right now. But I like to take that color and use it to start putting the black on. Now what we want to do is we want to cut the crease. I'm only doing, it's not really a cut crease because I'm not cutting all the way to the crease, but I want to make this area right here very white so that when I put the glitter on, it really stands out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lightest concealer. This is the Sephora Concealer, and it's probably one of the lightest shades, to be honest. And I'm going to take a really small brush and dab concealer on it, and then just kind of cut that crease. There we go. Okay. Now it's on to the fun stuff, the glitter. Okay. So I am going to be using this Too Faced glitter. To put glitter on, it's loose powdered glitter, so you can't just smack it onto your eyes. It doesn't work that way. You want to use glitter glue. I'm using the same one that came in that package. It's the Too Faced glitter glue. But what you want to do is you want to take a brush, a really small brush, and take a tiny bit of it. And you're going to put it right where you put all the concealer. Alright, now that we have that glitter glue on, we're going to dip our brush, the same brush with some glue on it, right into the glitter. It'll stick right on there, and just start tapping it on. Now I'm basically going to go in and clean up all those colors. So first off, I'm going to go back into that black and really get it to blend out into the glitter. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to take our winged liner. Alright, so now that our eyeliner's done, our next step is, again, the beauty gods are going to smite me. I don't like to do my eyebrows until I'm waiting for my concealer to set. That's just me. Do it as you please. Take your foundation. So I use the Dior Forever foundation. And I am obsessed with it. And I'm not saying obsessed with, oh my god, it's my favorite. No, obsessed with it. The reason that I say this is because when I heard it came out, Jaclyn Hill did a review on it. I saw a lot of people doing a review on it, and I was like, I need it. Like, I just need it. And I went to all the Sephoras around my town, and everybody was out of stock. Everybody. So I went to Boston. We were going down to visit my boyfriend's brother's family. So I went to Boston. We were going down to visit my boyfriend's brother and his girlfriend, and I saw a huge Sephora. When I mean a huge Sephora, I don't mean huge. I mean it was like the size of a mall. And I was like, well, I obviously need to go in there. Like, I'm not going to walk right by it. So I made everyone wait for me. Shocker, shocker. And I went right in. And I saw that they had the Dior Skin Foundation. I went over to the lady and I was like, I need it. I need it. I need one right now. And she matched me just because I was in a rush. I wanted to see what skin color was the best. And she was like, all right, so, you know, skin color 34 is the best for you. And I was like, awesome. And then she goes to look for it, and she looks at me, and she's like, we don't have that one. And I was like, you're joking. And she's like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, we don't have that one. And I was like, well, what do you have? And I was like, do you have the one after it? Like, you know, that's fine, or one lighter than it. She's like, no. She's like, we have 43. And I wanted this foundation so bad I tell you that I didn't even care. I was like, I'll take 43. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Just give me 43. And when I came back to my hotel room and I tried that, it was so dark for me. Like, I would have needed to go tanning, which I don't tan, but to go tanning for like months. Change the natural pigment of my skin to match it, but I just didn't care because I wanted it so bad. So for months, I was taking this foundation with the NARS Radiant Foundation and just mixing it and mixing it and mixing it just because I loved it so much. Alright, now that our foundation's done, we want to start contouring. So I'm just going to go in with the Sephora Concealer. Right, so while that sets, I like to start with my eyebrows. So what I do is after I comb them, I take this brow pencil and I just kind of fill it in. Now the eyebrows are done. We want to blend this in. Alright, moving on. We're going to contour. Now we want to highlight bitch. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Glow Kit, which my cats broke because I hate them and they suck. But that's what they did. Anyways, I'm gonna use my Broken Up Butterscotch shade and then just highlight right here. So you're basically highlighting where the sun would naturally hit your cheek. Now for lips, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Kits. I live, breathe, die the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Kit. Not even because I am some fancy makeup chemist and I can mix up my own shades, but simply for the fact that, honey, I spent $42 for all these shades. You can't beat that. So I honestly use the shades as is. If I'm feeling a little feisty, I'll mix up some shades, but that's very unusual. Okay, I'm gonna go with that classic extra bright red lip because what's the point of life if you're not extra? So no lashes, lashes. I then use some mascara to bond them up. And that's basically it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this super extra look. In the future, I'll do natural looks, I'll do colorful looks, I'll do makeup challenges, anything you can think of. If there's something you'd like to see, something you'd like to see more of, something you'd like to see less of, leave it in the comments down below and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, you guys.